Pink or yellow? Pink or yellow? Hello, so for today's video this is going to be look 3 for the Beauty Bay and NikkieTutorials palette, or NikkieTutorial Beauty Bay, however way you want to say it. So I've already done 2 looks and this is going to be the last look for like the little mini series kind of thing. So I'll link those both in the eye and down below and stuff so you can go and check them out. First video has all the swatches, prices, all of that good stuff in case you wanted to check that out. But this is what she looks like inside. So far I'm really loving this, especially the shimmers. They are beautiful, like really beautiful, like that wet dewiness. Yeah, so stunning. So today I think we're going to do like that sort of sunset-y vibe, you know, like the purple and the orange and the pinks and the yellows and stuff. So I'm going to try and attempt to do that today. I don't think I've ever done anything like that. Like, I don't really use purple, even though I do like purple. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to zoom you in and I'm here today. So I've already done the brows, brow highlight, primed the eyelids, and I've stuck some tape down just so I can get the gist of where I want it to stop and go and stuff. So the first shade that we're going to take is Slasher, which is this deep purple up here. And I'm going to take it on a Sigma E36 blending brush. I'm going to put that, by the way, these mirrors, like this side, the black side, is zoomed and then the other side's normal. I find it's better if you hold it this way, like I can't do it this way for some reason. But yeah, I really do like the zoomed mirror, it's really nice and clear and stuff. So I'm just going to take that through the socket rather than taking it above first. So we're going to add the shades above after. So I'm taking this one quite low to start with. Make sure it's going out towards the tape as well. By the way, it is a pressed pigment palette, so that's why they are super intense and you might get a little bit of fallout and stuff. So I do recommend doing eyes first. That shade come off so beautiful. It looks really, really good, nice and pigmented, just yeah, really easy to pack on. So I'm just going to take this crown brush. So this is a C429 and it's just a clean blending brush just to blend this out. Then from the palette I'm going to take this red, which I can't remember what it's called, Mikia I think it was. I'm going to take that on the crown brush, the spectrum brush, sorry, this is a B06. I'm going to take that above the purple. Oh. Didn't expect that to be so pigmented. And then I'm just going to blend that out again using the crown brush. Then I'm just going to clean the little Sigma brush on the colour switch situation. Literally looks like this. It goes off the powder but it doesn't clean the brush, which is really nice because you can use this brush again and again without, you know, buying 10 different brushes. So now we're going to take Redemption from the palette, which is that nice orange shade, and that same Sigma brush. I'm going to take that above the red for the rest of the room that I've got. Just buff that again with the same crown brush. Okay, so now that I think I'm happy with that, I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease. So I'm going to take the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer. This is in shade Fair 1, but I know they've changed the shades now because they have more of them. I don't particularly love the concealer anyway. So I'm going to take it on a Peaches and Cream PC51 brush, and you really want to load up the brush back and forth just to make sure it's nice and like soaked and wet. And then go ahead, take a bit of product. Look up. See, like this little tiny line. So we're going to cut our crease too. So literally take the brush. Oh, it's just like pat making sure it stays nice and wet as well. So you can pat and drag, or you just pat it along the line. And then when I get to like this outer corner bit, I like to take this, really flick it. I'm going to flick it right out to where this sort of like finishes, like this blend work. I think my tape, I should have stuck it further out a bit, but you can always sort of either take this tape off and stick new one down, or just move it along. So I am going to go ahead and remove the concealer. So I literally take a cotton bud and some micellar water. This is from Garnier, put it the right way around. Just because I feel like it's cleaner, because obviously we've got some of the purple and stuff. I know we're going to go in like a lid shade, so it doesn't really matter, but I just prefer a clean lid. Or even like just my eye base rather than concealer on top. So actually just do that. Okay, so now that we've done that, I've also stuck the tape just a bit further back so we can match, because I'm going to do like some sort of liner situation to obviously match the length of this as well. But first of all, I'm going to go back into Slasher, which was that purple shade, and I'm going to pack that on just sort of where we cut the crease, just to really define it more. Then just buff it slightly. So this is a Crown Brush C421. It's just their pencil brush, and just buff it out, but rather than buffing it down, almost like buffing it up, because we don't want to drag that colour down where we put the where we just like cut the crease. Okay, so now that we've got that going on, obviously if you feel the need to, you can go ahead and add a bit more colour to like the orange and the reds and stuff. There's nothing stopping you. You could take like the little brush and just go in and buff and, you know, build it up to as you please. Like, don't feel like once you lay a colour down, like that's it, like it has to be done with. Like, you can always go back, add more colour and stuff. Obviously you can't take away, so don't be adding like tons and then, but yeah, you get my idea. So now we're going to take Ivy in the palette, which is this gorgeous like whitey shade at the top, and I nearly dropped the palette, and we're going to take that on a Peaches and Cream. This is a PC41 brush, and it's really good for like picking up pigments, because obviously it's a pressed pigment palette, plus it's so small that you can really sort of get into the line without going over it. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. These are so beautiful, by the way. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Then I'm going to take Slasher again on that same little Spectrum A17, which was the purple shade, by the way, and just take it along the bottom and like join this up. And then what I'm going to do is when I remove the tape and do the lower lash line, we'll sort of buff that orange and red back under so it matches the top as well. But for now, just the purple. And take this little crown brush and buff slightly as well. Any like mess that's past the tape or under the tape that I'm not happy with, I can just clean up after. So it doesn't matter if you get too messy. I feel like it's always best to be messier with eyeshadow. So I'm going to add like a pink liner through, I think, as well. So this is from Glisten Cosmetics, and this is their wet liner, and this is in the shade Strawberry. They have like these pastel-y shades, they have split ones, they have golds, they have silvers, they have a bunch of good ones, and they're really, really pretty, by the way. And these are UV, in case you're like wondering if you're going to like a UV party or something. They're so good, and they do like brushes. This is a nail art brush. I actually do need to pick them up myself. They're like really thin, or you can buy them in like a kit. I think there's like, I think it's like 7 brushes for 30 quid or something, and they come like thin and then like a little bit thicker. And anyway, yeah, they're a really good indie brand. I'll make sure to link them below, like their website. So it is water activated, hence water liner. So you just need to dip the brush into some water and then go ahead and swirl it in the product, so you can see like it's all coming off now. So we're just going to draw that like underneath the purple situation as best as I can. Okay, so before I do like actually look up at the camera while I'm talking to you, you gotta let this dry, because otherwise it can like transfer down, because obviously it's wet. It's not like sort of like a gel or a liquid kind of pen where they dry a bit quicker. See, these take a bit longer to dry. But what I'm gonna do is, I know it's so rude, like I'm just like looking at my bed, but I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, put my base on, all of that stuff. I'll then come back and then it's finishing the lower lash line, and that's it. Okay, so the rest of my face is on now, and everything I'm wearing would be listed in the bottom bar in case you wanted to know what I'm wearing. So we're gonna go ahead and take Slasher from the palette, which was the purple one right at the top here. And I'm gonna take that first of all on the Spectrum A17, and we're gonna almost like join this line back in to the lower lash line as well. Then just buff it out with the crown brush. Then I'm going to take that small Sigma brush and go into the red, which was Mikia, and just run that along the bottom. I'm going to extend this out as well, getting it quite close to that purple. Then buffing it out with the fluffier brush. Then taking Redemption, which was the orange one, and going underneath that and extending that out as well. Then buffing it out with the fluffier brush again. Then for highlight, I'm first of all going to take this. So this is the Nip and Fab Fix Glow Stick in the shade Aura, and I'm going to take that on a Spectrum A12, and this is what's on my face, along with a powder product which I will put on top as well. Just popping that on the inner corners. And then I went ahead and took the Fenty Beauty, so this is the Diamond Bond All Over Diamond Veil in How Many Carats, and it literally looks like so. Super pretty this, I absolutely love this, it's gorgeous. So I'm just taking it on the same brush. Take a little bit more of that on the brow bone, because I've pretty much lost that because it colour goes right up there. Then just going to finish it off with some Lilac mascara. So this is the KVD Go Big or Go Home, but you're literally going to see none of this, you're going to see the top of my head. I'm also going to try and attempt to put some of this in the waterline. I don't know if it will work, because obviously it's like water and water and more water, but if it doesn't, well then it doesn't, but we're going to give it a go. Obviously you can use like a pencil and stuff, but I have a few coloured pencils, like some blues and stuff, but I don't have an awful lot in my selection. Like, I just don't, like, yeah. Okay, so that has worked. Whether or not it lasts a very long time is a different question, but it seems to be doing okay. Okay, so this is the finished look, and I Love it. I think it's so beautiful. I think this palette is worth every penny. It's only £25, which to me is pretty reasonable for a palette, especially like a pressed pigment palette, and you're getting quite a few good shades. I even recommend it just for the shimmers. The shimmers alone are so beautiful. Especially like I used one in yesterday's video. I used Mum Tutorial. So good. I love the whole concept of the palette, you know, like the pink and then the dark side, and yeah, it's just so beautiful. I highly recommend this. I'll link Beauty Bay's website below if you wanted to go and look. I know they restocked it. I don't know if it's sold out again or not, but they'll probably, I should imagine they should do a few more restocks, because I'm pretty sure everyone's after this palette, especially because it's like NikkieTutorials, and well, she's NikkieTutorials, you know. Yeah, I highly recommend this. So obviously the videos that I've done for the other two looks will be in the iron down below and stuff, so you can go and check them out. I have a bunch of like these videos on here. I have like Luna Beauty, I have Pure and Ruby at Christie, that was like 7 videos. I also have like Friends and Revolution that I just done. I have Tidy Beauty. I think I have like the Jackie Aina palette. Yeah, there's a bunch of different looks, because I feel like you get more of a vibe as well, and I get more of a vibe as to if I should recommend it to people. But yeah, I love it. I think it's so gorgeous. So yes, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it.